The current state of disclosure. Is it disclosure? We are in a strange place. As a community, as a society, and as a species. The UFO topic is being discussed openly for one of the first times in history without the X-Files music playing in the background. The subject is being presented as something serious in the media and is being taken seriously. But the way that people are processing this reality is fascinating to me. For example, in the UFO community, you would think that we'd be seeing this news, this change in the air, right, as a win. You can finally have an open discussion at the dinner table about UFOs. In my household, in my family, it's an open discussion. We talk about UFOs and the strange all the time. It's actually kind of funny, but yeah. Now, I think that in most households, it probably is a taboo subject that people don't bring up often in fear of getting ridiculed or treated like a weirdo. But now that the media is openly talking about these things, that stigma is kind of going away. Congratulations, everybody. The subject is being accepted. UFOs are real. But this does not mean, no, that you can say that word, or those words, better said, will still ruin the dinner party. Alien, ET, extraterrestrial, interdimensional. We can get into the details, those are just a few. Even though the craft that we have seen described in cases over the years tied to these beings is now a reality, that does not make it okay for us to conclude that the pilots of these craft are these beings. The same beings that abductees and experiencers have been seeing for years in these craft. Nope. You can't say it. Don't say it. It's too far of a leap, right? It's a gray day today in Buenos Aires. It's a dark day. Dark weekend. Or else I would have went out to film this, but, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do. And there's like a pipe in this wall here that makes like a water noise randomly. And it just does it every time I'm filming a video. Cold brew. I'm getting this vibe from the community that is kind of mind-blowing in my opinion. It's like we're playing a crossword puzzle, right? And we have most of the letters of the word figured out. We're just missing that one letter, and everyone is kind of afraid to lose their credibility, to look kind of ridiculous by making this assumption or this conclusion. It seems like disclosure is happening in a way that is surprising everybody. From people that have even looked into the subject, like Richard Dolan, who made a video talking about, you know, the current state of everything just recently. I'll leave a link to it down below. You should check it out. He always has some really good, interesting stuff to say. And he's well educated and he knows what he's talking about. A good example of disclosure happening in a way that people weren't really expecting or ready for is TTSA, To the Stars Academy, Tom DeLonge's company or group, whatever you want to call it. They've been taking baby steps to help take the general public in the right direction to understand that this is a reality, that this is the truth, that UFOs are real. And I honestly believe that they have done a lot in the media sense, right? And this has been on the news. People have been talking about it. Luis Elizondo is part of TTSA, To the Stars Academy, and he is on the news openly talking about this. They have the new show, Unidentified. Make sure to check that out. In my opinion, what they're doing is sort of guiding the people in this direction. I'm not sure what the direction is yet, but they're guiding these people in this direction to accept the reality of UFOs. Now, are they painting it as a threat? I'm not even going to get into this because I'm probably going to get a lot of flack, a lot of hate for it. I don't believe that they are a threat. I do believe that if they wanted to be a threat, they could be a threat in an instant. They could very easily become a threat. Have they been a threat to this point? No. Have they caused damage and confusion and maybe ruined some people's lives? Yeah, I think they have. We can talk about that in another video. Let me know down below if you think I should make a video just talking about the negative aspects of this phenomenon and the effects it has on people. But people are jumping at the throats of Tom DeLonge and Luis Elizondo. They're educating people that are just getting into this. Not like me and you. A lot of us have believed in this phenomenon and looked into this phenomenon for many, many years, and many people haven't. So what they're doing is they're educating the general public in a certain way that, in my opinion, I see where people are coming from, and that they're saying that this could be like fear-mongering, because this idea of threat keeps popping up in almost all the episodes. But I don't know if we really understand what's going on yet. So let's just wait it out and understand that in one light, in one aspect, it's positive because it's bringing the subject out. People are talking about it. It's being accepted, and they are 100% behind that and trying to do that. So this idea that Dolan or Elizondo are going to blow your mind and my mind with something that we don't know, probably not. If anything, they might help clear the water and let us understand in which direction to look. But are they going to surprise me and you, this community? No, I don't think so. Will they surprise the general public? Yes. Bob Lazar has been everywhere recently, thanks to Jeremy Corbell bringing him back up, right? Bringing him back into the light. And he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, if you guys haven't seen that. So he's helping push forward this idea that this is a reality, right? People often call Lazar a fake, or they want to see him back up his credentials. If anyone ever really did work on a project that top secret, you're telling me that you don't believe that they could just wipe out your past, wipe out your history, make you disappear? Yeah. I mean, come on, guys. Let's be honest. Think about it for 2 seconds. Now, do I 100% believe Bob? You know, honestly, when I was a kid, I saw Bob on the news, and maybe it's just bias, but since that moment, I believed Bob Lazar. And I still believe Bob Lazar. And honestly, Lazar's story is on a whole nother level than what TTSA is showing on Unidentified and this idea that is being spread out on the news. It's even deeper. Do you guys get it? It's even further. It's something that might be harder for people to accept. Lazar worked on back engineering crashed ET vehicles. On Joe Rogan's podcast, he even says that one of these crafts was found at an excavation site. Like, it's ancient. It's like an ancient relic. Everything is connecting. Don't have a bias. Throw the cards on the table. Connect the dots and see how everything is playing out. Stephen Greer, if you haven't checked out Unacknowledged, make sure to check that out. You will see other military testimonies. Apart from what we've been seeing recently, military testimonies have been in the works for years. People have been coming out of the woodwork talking about this for years. Credible people. So Greer in the past had talked about these alien reproduction vehicles. They look like UFOs, they fly like UFOs, they're man-made. Are they back-engineered crashed UFOs? Possibly. The idea is that there are man-made UFOs. There is this cabal of elites that have this technology that they do not want to share with the rest of the world, because if they share that technology, humanity will reap the benefits of it. One of the benefits will be free energy, the economy will collapse, and a lot of very rich people will lose a lot of money. There are so many ways to look at this. I'm bringing up, to the Stars Academy, Bob Lazar and Stephen Greer, because recently I've been seeing this sort of correlate throughout the communities. People getting angry at To the Stars Academy, saying, oh, what, you didn't know that they're back-engineered craft, that the government has been recovering crashed ET vehicles for years? Yeah, I think most of us do know that. I'm more intrigued at the idea that the general public is beginning to accept this. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I believe that the truth behind this phenomenon will not just change our past, but change our future. This is much bigger than just lights in the skies and unidentified flying objects. And you and I know that there are things that even when the truth comes out are going to be very difficult to discuss at the dinner table. Astonishing, life-changing, dark things that are tied to this phenomenon. I want this to be an interactive community, so please leave your comments down below. Remember, on this channel, the paranormal is normal.